Okay, let's have a look at how to set up and use choice activity. Choice is one of the really useful little activities in Moodle, and it's particularly useful for things like gathering quick feedback or student opinions or voting or things like that. So we're in a course and I turn the magic editing button on. My editing buttons pop up and I add an activity, a choice from the activity menu. We type in the title of the activity, and below we type in a text, perhaps a question that we want to ask the students. You can tell what is my favorite sport. Then comes an important decision whether we limit the number of responses for a particular choice or not. If we disable it, if we leave it on disable, which is the default, any participant can pick any option available. If we enable the limiting, it means that each option is set a limit, and once the limit is reached, no one can select that option anymore. This could be useful, for example, in elimination voting or perhaps preferential voting. So if I say Hungary, and I limit the number of responses to choices to 10, that means after 10 people have voted Hungary, no one else can pick Hungary for a winner. But let's say in this case we're going to disable it, and we're just going to type in a few countries that might win the gold medal in Beijing, and so on. Maybe I'm a bit optimistic here. Let's say Italy. If you want to add another extra forms, we can certainly click on it, and instead of 5 we're going to have 8 choices. If we scroll down, we can continue the process until we have the number of choices that we like. As you can see, we can restrict the time period for answering. So for example, from 22nd August to the, in this case, to the 26th of August, of the 3 days. And we can choose whether to display horizontally and vertically depending on your preferences. And if you have more entries, you may want to display them vertically. But the choice is absolutely yours. Have a bit of a play. When it comes to publishing results, you have 4 choices: don't publish, show results to student after an answer, show results to student only after the choice is closed, or always show results to students. It really depends to how much you want to lead the students into answering questions. Sometimes a good policy might be that they don't see it before they actually make a choice, to prevent them sort of going with what their friends have voted for. But you certainly have that choice yourself. You can specify whether they can update their choice, change their mind or not. And of course you can have the column for not answered as well, whether to make it compulsory or not. Standard group mode settings apply across the site, and this is explained elsewhere. But for now, we save changes in display, and the choice is shown in horizontal format, which we specified. And I'm going to select Australia, a bit of wishful thinking, but let's say, and I save my choice, and my results are not currently viewable. Now let's say that's not particularly helpful because I want students to see it, so I'm just going to update the choice and change my settings all the way down where we specified whether the results can be published to students or not. I simply click on show results to students after the answer, save changes in display, and my selection is now shown. Now if there were more people voting here, I would actually see the number of responses, but let me show another screenshot of what it actually looks like. These are the results of class votes on a particular subject that the kids did, and after the kids voted, the results can clearly be seen who was the winner, where the votes went. And that is a 2-minute Moodle on choice activity.